He wasn't born different, not exactly. Gabriel was born into a world already steeped in the strange and the psychic. It clung to the edges of reality, whispered in the static of television screens, thrummed beneath the city's skin. But Gabriel, he was different. He wasn't just touched by it, he was saturated. They called it many things, the sight, the shine, the God spark. He called it his curse and his salvation, psychic flesh. It wasn't just in his mind, it was in the marrow of his bones, the twitch of his nerves. He felt the city's pain, its anger, its fleeting moments of joy, all echoing within him. He saw the patterns others missed, the threads of destiny woven through every interaction, every decision. He didn't choose this life, it chose him, and like all gifts, it came with a price. The constant thrum of energy, the ebb and flow of emotions not his own, it took its toll. Gabriel walked a tightrope, balancing on the edge of sensory overload, never truly able to shut out the world and its woes. The world was a cacophony of thoughts, emotions, desires. A symphony of light and shadow played out on the canvas of his mind. To survive, Gabriel had to find an outlet, a way to ground himself, to channel the torrent within. He found it in the unlikeliest of places, the digital canvas. His apartment, tucked away in a forgotten corner of the city, became his sanctuary, his studio. Lines of code were his paints, pixels his medium. On his computer screen, he exorcised his demons and gave shape to the visions that haunted him. He sketched portraits of the city's forgotten souls, their pain etched in every stroke. His art was raw, visceral, pulsating with an energy that went beyond the screen. Those who saw it felt it too. The weight of the city's sorrow, the flicker of hope in the darkness. He couldn't erase the pain, not entirely, but through his art, he could transform it, give it meaning, make it a beacon for others lost in the storm. The man on the corner, babbling to himself, wasn't crazy. He was drowning in the psychic static of the city, the overflow of emotions he couldn't process. Gabriel knew this because he felt it too. The man's fear, sharp and cold, pricked at his skin. His despair, a lead weight sinking in Gabriel's gut. Empathy, they called it, a gift. But sometimes it felt more like a curse. To walk through the world feeling the echoes of other people's pain was to carry a weight that was never truly your own. It wore him down, chipped away at his soul. There were days when the city felt like too much, days when he wanted to disappear, to shut off the noise and retreat into the silence of his own mind. But he couldn't. He was tethered to this city, to its people, by invisible threads of psychic energy. Their pain was his pain, their struggles his own. The law was a blunt instrument. It dealt in absolutes, in black and white. But the world Gabriel navigated was painted in shades of grey. He saw the cracks in the system, the places where justice faltered, where the guilty walked free and the innocent suffered. He couldn't stand by and watch, so he became a phantom, a whisper in the night. He used his abilities to right the wrongs the law couldn't touch. A flicker of suggestion here, a nudge of influence there. He was a shepherd guiding lost sheep, a guardian angel for those who had nowhere else to turn. He knew the risks. He was walking a dangerous line, operating outside the bounds of the law he sought to uphold. But some lines, he realized, were meant to be crossed. Some injustices demanded a different kind of justice, a justice that transcended the limitations of the material world, and he was willing to pay the price.